What's happening, everyone? I am Jeremy. For those of you that don't know, my wife and I are very big on getting out of debt. We don't have a lot of debt. We have some student loans and this house, but that's why I drive a 12-year-old truck. It is an F150 four-wheel drive, and it works perfectly for me. So this package that I just got, though, is kind of a big deal because this is a 2006 F150, and on these models it's not a full-size rear, it's an extended cab. It has these suicide doors. Well, here's the thing, these suicide doors have a problem with the mechanisms inside. There are some plastic grommets, I guess you would call them, I don't know what you would call them, that basically make the latch mechanism work. So you can pull on this way and push the door open, or you can pull on it this way from the outside to open it. Okay, so today's video is going to be a little more technical than normal. Some of you may not be interested in repairing a truck door, but those of you that are, I'm going to be repairing my 2006 F150 truck door. So it's been broken for a little while now, and it's starting to aggravate me because that's the side that I put Everett in the car. So anyway, come along, I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so in this package, this is just an Amazon purchase. I can send you, I'll put the link in the description for these pieces. They weren't much, I think they were $8, and there should be, I believe, 4 of them. Yep, there they are. And essentially all it is a piece of wire. It runs through those. These latch into a piece that gives it resistance. Picture like a bicycle brake handlebars, how you pull on the brake and there's a little stop there, and it makes the actual brake pads work on a bicycle. Same idea. That's basically how those doors function. So we're going to pull off that door panel and we're going to install these new pieces. Let's go see if we can get this fixed. Okay, so the hardest part about this whole deal is that I've got to get this door open in order to do what I need to do. So the only way to do that is to take this piece off. I'll see if I can show you how that works, but it's just a 3/16 socket driver, and that'll take it off. So this is probably going to be difficult to see just because of the lighting. See if I can show you what the deal is. So right there on this piece there is a small little slot. You have to take this little plastic cover off to get to the screws. So I'm gonna pop that off. Just put a screwdriver flathead in the top, so you will need a flathead. And then you're gonna see there 2 3/16 nuts. You're gonna take those off. Alright, and that, once you do that, that will come right off. And the grommet, the plastic piece that is disintegrating, fell right out whenever I opened it up. So let me get out and I'll show you how to get this door open. Alright, let me see if I can just pull up on this, push up a little bit further to get that door open. It's possible that the whole bottom mechanism is broken and it don't want to come open. So notice now this piece is out. I'm gonna see if I can grab it with the pliers in order to get this door open. Alright, so the bad news is I don't want to come off of there. So let's try to get this panel off. This should just pop right out. It's just going to be a little more difficult to do it this way because obviously the door close. But I can take these pieces off. There's also one in the back, and they just pop right off this piece right here. Sort of the same deal. Just pull from the bottom out and just pop off. Okay, so there are screws right here and also right here on this panel. Problem is there's also one at the very bottom that I don't think we can get to with this door closed, so I've got to figure out another way to get this door open. Okay. So the good news is I think I can get to this screw here at the bottom. So I'm going to try to get this off of here so that I can get this door panel off. Hey, there we go. Alright, so let me take that screw off of there. All the way. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and take these screws off up top. There's one here. Well, those 3 screws are off. I should be able to just lift straight up on this door panel. Which again, it's easier said than done with the door closed. Alright, so there we go. Just by getting rid of that and being able to get to this. Okay, so once I got that panel off, I can grab on this wire right here. And that released the bottom. And probably by pulling on this, it will release the top. There we go. Alright, so there's 4 pieces that have to be replaced. Now right here, up top is a white piece. You can see it just fell apart in my hands. There's a piece right here, it's black. Again, it's falling apart even as I spin it around. There's a piece on here. And then if you peel this plastic back. Alright, so once I get that peeled back, there's actually a piece down here, and I can already feel it coming apart. You need a 3/16 socket driver. You need a flathead screwdriver to pop that little plastic piece off. You will need a Torx. I'll have to figure out what size that is to take these screws off. There's 1, 2, 3. There's a couple under here that will need to come off. And then you'll have to take this piece off up here. The biggest thing that you don't want to mess too much with is this right here. You can pop this yellow piece off and move this, but that sets your tension for your upper pull. So try to leave that right where it's at. We'll have to take it off anyway, but we'll have to remember where we set that so that we can put it right back. Alright, so let's do the easy ones first. Looks like that is a T27. We'll take that off of there. These pieces here are easy. I can just pop this off. You might have to cut it, in which case you might need a utility knife, and it looks like I will for this one. So let me go get that knife. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I don't cut through this into the sheeting underneath. You can see it's right splitting already right there. So I'll just take it all the way out. Didn't even need a knife for it, but we'll probably need a knife for this piece. Don't cut yourself. Alright, there we go. So all I'm going to do is slide this piece on like this.
Daddy.
You caught a frog here. Let's show the camera. Show him that frog. Oh my goodness. That's a big old frog, huh?
Yes. I'm gonna show Duke Dog.
Okay, go show Duke Dog. It looks like it's a pretty snug fit. More snug than the last batch of these that I ordered, which is going to be a pain. It looks like it's actually pinched together right there. I need to see if I can spread it out a little bit. Now these are just aluminum, so worst case scenario I should be able to file it just a little. Let's see if I can just push it in here. And I think that's gonna work. There we go. And I'm just gonna slide this down over top of the sheath. Alright. And I'll show you in a minute how we have to pull this off in order to slide this onto this piece. So this one we're gonna have to pop this off. There's just a little plastic tab on the inside. It'll come right off. You see here, I'm just one line past the bottom. Again, making sure not to cut my finger. There we go. Alright, so okay, if you notice the difference in these two pieces, this one has, let's see if I can show it to you. This one is perfectly round here, and this one has a little cutout, and my guess is that this piece goes in the top. And the reason why is that on the last one, I had to actually bend these tabs in order to get this in, and I'm thinking that this design will allow me to put it in without having to bend that tab out. So I'm going to save this one for the top, and we'll see if we can make it work. Okay. Alright, so that one's on. In order to slide it in there, I'm going to use a pair of pliers. Pinch this on. It should just pop right in. There we go. And then I can put this back where it goes. And that piece is done. In order to get this one on, I'm going to actually take this bottom screw out, which will let me pull this bottom piece out. And then I can slide this on and put this knob back into this hole. So the key is to slide this little knob in there first before you attach this bottom piece. It just makes it easier. And I'm just going to squeeze it against the door. See if I can get a screwdriver behind it. There we go. I can put this bottom screw back in. So before I figure out the top piece, I'm going to go ahead and take this bottom one off. If I recall, it was relatively simple to fix. I think there's 3 screws that hold this mechanism in. And they're all on pretty good. Alright, had to get a little creative. There we go. Phew. This piece straight out now. If I pull that down, should be able to get this around like that. And we're gonna have to cut this one off too. Do the same thing with this one. Actually gonna be a little more difficult because there's not as much room back here. Make sure this goes onto that black piece pretty good. Okay. Now I can put this back in here. And use my pliers, push that one in. So there we go. So now the only one I have left to do is the top. So slide this back in here. The mechanism is sticking out. There really isn't an easy way to do this top, so I'm just going to go ahead and take the top piece off all 3 of these screws. Let me show you the issue with this top piece. So the issue is this piece right here is completely enclosed. Last time I had to bend these 2 tabs back. There's just not a lot of room in there. Plus there's a spring right here that you got to make sure that you don't mess up. So see how I can figure out how to do this. Okay, so what I can tell here, because this piece is made differently than the others, it'll actually slide into this slot without having to bend or modify that at all. So here's the thing. I'm a little bit torn. I don't like these as much as the other ones I used because you have to bend these pieces apart. Now maybe that's just a defect on this set, but I like this part a lot better because by having it like this, you don't have to bend or even mess with this mechanism. So I had to cut out the extra grommet. I'm guessing that I'm just going to be able to slide this piece over here, over this, make sure you can see that. Yep, slide this over this black piece. And then this will go in here and then spin around. There you go. So that piece is done. So those minor aggravations are worth it. I'm going to go ahead and put these screws back on. Okay, now what I like to do is just put this on here just to see how it's going to function. Looks like it's going to work. Pull on this, opens right up. push on it, opens right up. Okay, good. So I'm going to go ahead and button this back up together. Remember, you have to start with the door panel first. It just hooks on the bottom, slides down.
What are you doing, Daddy?
Daddy's fixing the door.
Come on.
I'm going to go ahead and put the screws in on top. Make sure you don't over tighten those because they're just going into a plastic grommet, so you can strip it out. And I can go ahead and put these pieces back on. They just go in like that. Okay, now to put this piece in, you can see here there's two little nubs, and these are what make it open both ways. So when you go to put it in here, you need to make sure that it's not pushed back and it's not pulled out. It needs to be right in the middle, and it'll slide right in. If I close this, it opens. If I push it, it opens. Alright, so thanks so much for watching this video. I hope that helps you fix your door. This should work on 2004, 2005, 2006, 7, and 8 F-150s with the extended cab suicide doors. So I'm going to leave a link in the description. It'll have a link to the pieces that I just bought to repair this side, and I'll also send you the link for the pieces that I bought to fix that side. I think I like the ones I used today better just because it's easier on that top part to get that piece in there. We'll see if it holds up as much or as long as that other one, but we'll see. So this video is a little more technical than most of the ones that I've done, but thanks for watching. This is Jeremy Schick. Please like this video if you like it, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.